generally speaking, everything you do is for humanity. Why? Why are we working? Why do you care about the politics? Why do you care about multiplanetary species? Consciousness, you mentioned that, but like,
Yeah.
do you ever get like feel like that's maybe not the case or not true?
Well, I mean, there's certainly at times when I, have doubts about these things.
I mean, I think it's a good question you ask because it goes to like at a foundational level, what is my philosophy and why does it lead to this conclusion?
Yes.
So the reason is that when I was a teenager, I had like an existential crisis to try to figure out what's the meaning of life. It doesn't seem to be any meaning. For me, at least, the religious texts, and I read all of them that I get my hands on, did not seem convincing. Then I started reading the philosophers. Be careful of like reading German philosophers as a teenager. It's definitely not going to help with your depression. So reading Schopenhauer and Nietzsche, I'm like, now, as an adult, it's much more manageable. But as a kid, you're like, whoa. So then I was like, man, I'm just like struggling to find meaning in life here. And then I read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And basically what Douglas Adams was saying is that we don't really know what the right questions are to ask. Like the question is not what's the meaning of life. In the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and the Earth, it turns out, is a big computer, and its goal is to answer the question, what's the meaning of life? And Earth comes up with the answer 42. This is where the 42 number comes from.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget to like and subscribe button, and comment and share. Elon Musk is a fascinating human being. I mean, the way you could see his like wheels are turning. I mean, arguably probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, entrepreneur ever alive. I mean, you got to hand that to him. I know he's controversial and everything like that, but he was brilliant. I would love to have a conversation with him and really ask some questions and do more of a deep dive on this. But to be worth that much money and still be working as hard as he can and sleeping in the office, so they say, or so the reports have said, and to have all of that and still wonder, in search of what the meaning of all of this is. It's pretty fascinating. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very fascinated by that. We let him continue on.
And 420 is just 10 times 42. Yeah. In that book, which is really sort of a book about, it's an existential philosophy book disguised as humor, they come to the conclusion that no, the real problem is trying to formulate the question. And to really have the right question, you need a much bigger computer than Earth. And so maybe like one way of characterizing this would be to say the universe is the answer. What is the question? Or what are the questions? The more we can expand the scope and scale of consciousness, the better we can understand what questions to ask about the answer that is the universe. The more we can expand consciousness, become a multi-planet species, ultimately a multicellular species, we have a chance of figuring out what the hell's going on. And so, and this is why I think we should have more humans and more digital, both biological and digital consciousness, and why we should become a multi-planet species and a multicellular species, is so that we can understand the nature of the universe.
Understand the nature of the universe and what's going on. And is there something even going on to try and figure out? Lets you know that he's on a completely different path and thinking of something way outside. I mean, does he know something the rest of us doesn't know? Probably. That's why he's worth so much. But outside of that, when he says what's going on, it makes me think like, does you know something's going on, trying to figure out we got to get out of here. I don't know. That's where my brain tends to go. But yeah, I don't know. I think in times like this is why they call it, if you are a person of faith, why they say it's faith. Um, you don't see it, but you believe it, and you know it's there just because you believe. So, and there's a comfort in that. And, you can have a lot of money and still not have peace. And, you know, I don't know. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.